So there's a tremendous amount of documentation and tracking that we need to do for this project. And so we've developed this link floor plan where we've assigned, a number for each window and a color code. They'll tell you what kind of window it is, and then the outline to tell you what kind of installation it is. Whether it's
Meet Mark Thompson. He leads a team of conservators who are working on preserving the stained glass windows of Center Block.
All of the stained and leaded glass throughout the building is being worked on in one way or another. For the most part, everything is being restored.
And that's no small feat. Center Block houses 250 stained glass windows, and some contain more than 100 panels. The restoration process starts with disassembling the entire window piece by piece. It's a painstaking process.
We spent about a year on site just documenting everything, photographing it, measuring it, writing reports on it, and so on. And then we spent the next 2 years, part of the fragile assets removal team, removing all of the stained glass and leaded glass. The windows in Center Block, a lot of them were installed into stone reglets, which is a very old method of doing it, where it's basically just a channel in the stone and then the lead is carefully maneuvered. And then some of the windows are in wooden frames, and then some of them are in metal frames. So those are quite easy to remove, but the stone reglet stuff is more challenging. We've never lost anything in transit. So for this, we had to make 800 crates, and we made them ourselves in our studio. We're one step ahead of the abatement crew, and we went around and removed all of the stained and leaded glass, crated it. We shipped it to the McCoon Center at Pink Road in Gatineau. And then the studio restoration work started. What we do is we go to Gatineau and we get about a month's worth of crates to work on. We bring them to the studios. We work on them. Once they're finished and signed off on, then we return them to Pink Road, grab the next batch of crates, and we just are going to be doing this till about 2026.
The stained glass windows are now undergoing careful and complex restoration work. It includes fixing any damaged glass, re-leading, and cleaning. The lead is oxidized and can be dangerous. The windows are taken apart underwater, so nothing becomes airborne.
So this panel has been completely restored, has had all of the lead replaced, and we did the same process that we did for the other windows, where we documented on site, we crate it and transport it to Pink Road, we retrieve them from Pink Road, we get them here, we disassemble them in a bath of distilled water with different additives to help with the work, and then we reassemble the window on a rubbing that we've made of the old lead armature before we've taken it apart. This panel is from one of the House of Commons windows, the Ontario window. It's the northernmost window on the west wall. This is one of the lower lancet panels, and of course it has the trillium flower as the motif. Normally when this gets reinstalled, it's a vertical panel, but I just thought it would be better for presentation at eye level like this, where we can see everything.
Sometimes these century-old windows contain broken glass. As conservators, Mark and his team are tasked with holding on to as much of the original material as possible.
If the glass is broken, we glue the fragments back together with a special optically clear epoxy called Hextol NYL-1, and it's specially formulated for glass. It's very strong. And because a lot of the glass that did break was very, very thin, we'll often reinforce the Hextol piece with a backplate. If we need to replace a piece of glass, we're very fortunate in having a very good stock of mid-century handmade European glass that is no longer available in Canada. So we're able to match any of the base colors that have been used by the stained glass artists to make these windows. And it is a challenge to get a lot of stained glass materials. But I've bought out different studios that were closing over the years, and I have a tremendous palette of the stuff that I can use to match any of the glass. It's just a terrific collection of glass, and getting to work on them you really learn a lot. It's tremendously educational. Like every window you learn stuff from, but these ones are terrific and it's really a pleasure. But also just a sense of, you know, this is a really important building. We're all super chuffed to be part of the crew, and you know, we really feel like, yeah, we can do this and we're going to nail it and we're really going to do a great job, and we're going to, you know, we're just going to be responsible for it and we're going to put it right.